So you just started to do lashes or brows or any beauty specific service, but you don't really know how to start. And there are some things I'm going to tell you today that you should not be doing. It's something that can make a big difference and push away clients for sure. For the first thing I'm going to talk about is talking bad about yourself when the client is there. I've had someone that I taught like how to do lashes recently, and she had a little base before. She did a 1 day or 1 weekend, not even 1 weekend. I think it was 1 day. She went to a convention and she did a
Huh?
course there. Guys, that was not a course. She barely knew what she was doing. I had to fix everything she was doing, from her hand position, from the tweezer she was using. The tweezer she was using, I was like, what the hell is this? It's so big. It looks like gardening tools. I was like, no, 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 and no. She was barely covering people's lashes. I had to basically build her from the ground up. I thought she was certified. I was looking for someone to work with me, and I basically got a student for free because that's what happened. But I didn't have time to look for someone else. I needed to get someone to get my clients' lashes just a fill done while I was away because I was going to be away for a long time. And I had to work with that. And she used to talk so many bad things about herself to the clients. She would be like, "Hi, oh, I'm so nervous you're here. I'm so scared to do your lashes. Oh my God. I'm so scared. I'm so sorry if I do something wrong. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just started doing this." I was like, what are you saying? Like, why are you saying you're sorry? Why are you saying you're scared? Like, now the client is scared because you said all these things to them. Right? If you don't have the confidence to do it, then now I'm not confident that you can do it, right? That's an easy one to fix, okay? Just keep your mouth shut. If you don't know what to say, like what I told her was like, if you don't know what to say, what you want to say to the client, you ask about them. You know, clients love, people love talking about themselves. Okay, not all of my clients, they love talking about it, but but people like when people are interested in them, right? So not everyone will be chatty, and that is great. That is even better. I actually prefer people that are not that chatty most of the time. Okay, I love my clients that are chatty, but some days like it's easier to deal with clients that are not chatty than clients that are chatty, especially when you're on the beginning because you're already slow. If you're there like chit chatting, you know, like the client is talking, their eyes are gonna be moving and they're gonna make like faces and laugh and they squint their eyes, and that makes things so much slower and so much more difficult, especially even for me that I've been doing this for like 6 years, especially for a beginner. Like that's so much harder. You can, like, I saw her like chit-chatting with a client and laughing and blah blah blah, and she was just there like staring at them because they were laughing and moving their face so much that she couldn't do anything. And I'm like, okay, well, you just wasted 20 minutes of service because you're chit-chatting, you know. So actually, when you're a beginner, maybe don't chit chat too much. Don't be like telling jokes and laughing too much, you know. But you can ask them like, "Hey, how was your day? Like, are you from here?" Like, we live in Hong Kong, so a lot of people, most people, I don't know, maybe half people that come here are not from here. You can ask like, "Oh, where are you from?" Like, "Oh, I'm from this place." "Oh, I've never been to your country. How is it? Like, do you have family here? Um, do you work around this area? What do you do on the weekend? Like, oh, what do you do on your free time? Like, I don't know, ask about them, ask about what they like, ask about what are they doing this weekend. Like, oh, do you have any plans for this weekend? Or I always ask like, oh, do you have any trip plans anytime soon? And then sometimes they say yes, and then you say like, oh, nice, like maybe at the end we can book already your next one or even your next two fills, because if you have that trip, would be good for us to have it booked in advance. So I'm not fully booked, you know, we know you're prepped for your trip. So that's what I do a lot. So with that, a lot of my clients are booking way in advance. Because of that, they like getting everything planned, especially when they have a trip. They already know, like, let's book this and this and this. With your clients, the same thing. If it's your first time, ask about them. You can tell them a little bit about yourself, but don't be talking about like how you're scared, how you're nervous. And then you can, even if you don't want to talk, you can just ask a little bit, like small talk, and then say like, okay, you can try to take a nap now, you can relax. Or before you finish taping their eyes, you can be like, do you want to put a podcast? A lot of people bring their own AirPods to listen to a podcast or audiobook or whatever. So some of my clients already know. So I just chat with them for like 5 minutes when I'm washing their eyes. As soon as I start putting the tape, I'm like, do you want to put your podcast? And they're like, yes, please, thank you. And then they put their AirPods, their earphones or whatever. and they are passed out. They're like, okay, bye. And then they sleep, they listen to their book, to their video, to their, doesn't matter, their playlist. I have a playlist for the studio. I've put it up online for so people can add songs that they like. My clients can add songs, but that wasn't very popular to be honest. Like maybe one or two clients just added a couple of songs and then that was it. Yeah, most people don't really care. They just fall asleep. They, if they want to listen to something specific, they'll just bring their own. Okay. Whew, that was a long, yeah. But that's a really big one and it's a quick one to fix. Second thing, don't look put together. Don't look like you're wearing a random t-shirt. Like, yeah, if you want to wear a t-shirt and jeans, that's fine, but maybe make it more like stylish, dress it up a little bit, put some accessories, maybe some earrings. If you like putting some makeup on, put some makeup on. If you want to do your hair a little bit, but don't come as if you came here from your bed. So sometimes I do opt for like some more comfy clothes, but it's something that I'm still figuring how to make it uniform, but not as a uniform. I didn't really want to use. I've been fighting not using uniform. I wanted something that could look like a uniform, but not be a uniform and be cute at the same time. But yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out for me and for the person that like do nails here because I really wanted her to wear other things. I wanted to be able to give her something that is like neutral, it's cute. I don't want to put her in like an ugly uniform. Especially because I wouldn't want to wear that ugly uniform. So I want to get something that we both would be happy and we both would like to use. Look put together, smell nice, don't be stinky, don't be with bad breath on their face. You're going to be breathing on their face. I've heard clients saying that they went to other places that a person had a really bad breath. And it was really tough. Even though they were wearing masks, they could still smell it. And some artists don't, like lash artists, beauty professionals, don't even wear masks. I'm like, ew, bro, you're so close to their face. Like I'm doing like their forehead is right here on my face. If I have bad breath, usually I'm drinking coffee, so coffee at least like I don't think gives people like bad breath. It's not like when you eat food that is like like more saucy food or breathing all that spice on the people's face. Coffee is something more neutral. Actually, coffee is used to neutralize the people's like nostrils. Not neutralize nostrils, but when you go to a perfume shop and you're smelling all those different perfumes, and then in between them they offer you some coffee beans for you to smell. You still, I think it's like kind of like to clean up, just make sure you don't have like a bad disgusting breath or smell so much like food, and you're not smelly as well. I know like here in Hong Kong we sweat so much on summer, is disgusting. Disgusting. You leave the shower, you're already sweating, but you don't want to come and have your client smelling you and you smell and your client can smell your sweat. Like that's not good, that's not professional, that's very distracting. Even though my nose is really bad, so when I smell stuff it's because it's really bad. Another tip we're gonna do now, I don't know, third or something, have a clean space. Okay, it doesn't have to be fancy, but it has to be clean. Make it look clean. I don't know, maybe when the clients are here, hide some stuff, like some of your mess. At least, don't let them see it. I actually have to work on that a little bit on my table. There's so much stuff there, so I need to clear that up a little bit as well. So I'm also a little bit guilty of that. But my space looks pretty neat. Look, it's not messy, not stuff everywhere. Well, there on my table, as you guys can see, it's a bit busy. But yeah, well, the floor here has some my stuff because I just dropped them here. And Lola's there, my baby. But yeah, try to keep your space clean and organized. And is that's the bare minimum. People don't want to come and like be disgusted with your space. Like, ew, like this trash smells, the bathroom smells, stuff like that. Just keep it clean, okay? Another thing you shouldn't do is be complaining about clients on your Instagram profile where you get clients. That's not nice. That's not professional. That doesn't look good on you. People share like jokes and memes about clients with their clients. Like, I don't think they find that funny. I wouldn't find it funny. I only find it funny because I'm the professional one that has to deal with that. So we like seeing memes that we relate. If it's a meme about us or something like that, like we don't find it funny, right? Usually. So people like, yeah, don't be complaining about clients there. Don't be like, be professional, put boundaries, make your policy, put your policy there, your rules, what people can do, cannot do. Do not forget to set a deposit, even if it's a small deposit. Usually, I would say ask for a deposit so people take you seriously. Okay, people will take you more serious when you put a deposit on, and be nice to the clients. Don't be entitled. There's another tip. Don't be entitled. Don't think you're better, but some clients will act like that with you, like they're much better, like I'm paying you this, but like, yeah, you have to have self-respect for yourself. Don't let people treat you in bad ways, but also be nice to them. Be extra nice. They will come back because of you, not just because of the service. If the service is great but they think you're a bitch, they're not gonna come back. But even if this service is mid, like maybe in the beginning it's like mid, it's okay, but you're very nice and you're very sweet and you're funny, and the lashes actually look nice on you, like they do complement more your face. So if you want also learn how to work with people's faces, I'll also be dropping, I think, a course about that soon, so you guys can also follow me and I'll let you know. That will also be on my basic lash course. I'm gonna add that for sure. But how to work with different eye shapes and faces, and the questions you have to make them on their first time with you or when they're looking for something different. I actually should make a video about that as well. How to talk to the clients when they come to you. Be extra patient like you wouldn't be with anyone else, but be with them because they are your business, they are your clients, they're gonna be there for you, and you're gonna be there for them. And another thing that I didn't do for many many years and I do regret, because I would be much better now, it will look much better for me, is do not forget, like if you have like a nice appointment, like, well, you can ask for everyone, but especially if you have like that nice appointment with a nice client, like, oh, she was so nice, her lashes were so good, she was so happy with her lashes, ask her to leave an honest review, like, hey, like, honestly, what do you think about my service? You can post a photo if you want, but you can also say that, just practice that, because I know, especially on the beginning, even until today, because I've never really done that before, I started doing recently, is a little bit nerve wracking, like asking for people to leave a review. I feel like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that I have to ask you this huge favor. This actually just a free review, just gonna take like 2 minutes of their time, honestly. And you can send them the link directly to the review. They don't even have to go look for you and click on review. They just click on the link and it already opens on the 5-star thing, like how many stars they want to give and what they have to say, post. Yeah, so do not forget, practice small, like with small, maybe start with the clients that you're sure had like happy, good experience that they would do that for you. And then with time, just do it with everyone. My booking system nowadays, when I check out the client, it sends them a message directly for them to renew that. What is it, baby? For them to renew, no, for them to review the appointment. And surprisingly, a lot of my clients started reviewing me there, but the problem is the reviews goes to the platform, the booking platform, so they're not on my Google reviews. So any day I try to move from that platform, which I am considering, because I have another video of how I'm expanding things and I opened my Stand Store, and I think Stand Store has a booking system. And if I'm already paying Stand Store, I might as well just use their booking system instead of paying for an extra booking system. So yeah, so when I move from this booking system right now, which I'm using Fresha, when I move to Stan, I'm gonna lose all my reviews there. And I had really cute, nice reviews from my clients there. And this platform, you can add and boost, but you have to pay extra every month. If they have a good review on the platform, the Fresha is gonna send them another email for them to review it on Google. I don't think people do that. Honestly, I think most people, if they review you in one place, they'll be like, oh, that's it. Like, I don't want to review you again in another platform, unless they're really close to you, unless they really love you. unless you really ask them, but most people, they will not. If they reviewed you, especially because it sends you only after you've reviewed, right after you reviewed them on the platform, they're not going to do 2 reviews in one day. I don't think so. They will not. So I removed that boost thing because that was a bit a waste of money. And now I just ask them myself. Just ask them yourself. You can just send them a message. I actually usually ask them through message because then I can already send the link. Follow me here if you guys want more tips of what to do or what not to do, stuff that I learned, and click on my link. Follow me on Instagram. See you next time.